the shop. We got a 1946 Arctic Cat 440.
97.
It's a 97 Arctic Cat. We're gonna work on a sled this week. Before we dig into it, because we're gonna dig into it, explain everything we gotta do, show the parts, you know, our normal MO. We're just gonna explain, you know, where we've been the past couple weeks. Obviously, we had the holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, the such. We had a little spout of COVID, so we were in quarantine. And when we went back to work, it's running through our job ridiculously right now. So we're down like 30% of our workforce. So we're working 16-hour shifts every day of the week, and we don't have matching days off for the most part. So, you know, try and grit and bear with us while we get through this whole pandemic thing, and we try and find some more time off to work on some machines. You know, we're gonna do our best to get some content out to you guys, but right now it's just, you know, we're trying to find the time.
So you'll see this video, obviously. Might not be anything the next week, but maybe the week after. We're gonna try and keep it every week, but there's only so much we can do between work and home life.
Yeah, got a bunch of people that we gotta, you know, you guys know what we're talking about here. All right, cool.
So we're gonna jump into it. You can see we've got a heater here on the tank. There is water in the tank because the fuel cap failed on this thing. The cap popped off. All the pieces for this are in there. So, and there's a bunch of water in there. I want to try and drain the tank while it's on here, but we're eventually gonna have to pull the seat off.
That side's getting warm now.
So we're just hoping to melt the ice that's in there to at least be able to pull that out. Then we're gonna jump in and go from there.
See. Moving forward. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you want to grab that? All right. You see, we got the carburetors off of it. This thing needs what? Piston, rings, the whole works.
I'm hoping just rings and a good hone on the cylinders. The carburetors need to be completely gone through. The plungers are stuck in the carburetors. So we do have a new throttle cable for it. So I'm hoping that when we tear these apart, we can drop everything right into our chem dip, and hopefully they'll come back to life. If not, we might have to find a new set. But
we're gonna see what we can do dipping these bad boys first. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned up because Archie loves to give us dirty machines. Thanks, Archie.
You can also see on the front here, somebody whacked a tree up with it at some point, so the hood is disconnected. The whole front nose is pushed down, so we're gonna have to find a way to reattach it properly and bolt it back up.
Yeah, you can see here's broken plastic here. The other side, I'm sure, has some broken plastics as well.
Yep. So we'll have to go through and just run some type of metal stripping or something to get it correct, or have Archie buy the
replacement nose.
The replacement nose or something, if we can even find it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Look at that. Still has the original toolbox. Emergency flashlight.
No.
Oh, what is that?
Not quite sure.
Is that a drag handle? What is that?
Possible.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go grab the parts, bring them in, and we're gonna go from there.
All right, so got a set of standard piston rings. New gasket set. Archie picked up the new boots going into the airbox. Also, the new carburetor boots. So there are two in the box. There are two in the back here. So I'm hoping this will be a fairly simple fix.
Damn it.
I had to jinx this.
Damn it.
But you know how this goes for us. It's never easy.
It's never easy.
Being cheesy.
So we do. That's why we fix rusted nuts.
Alright, so I think honestly we should pull the hood off first. We'll disconnect all the wires, we'll get that off and off to the side, and we'll go from there.
Cool. We're gonna go into time lapse mode. carbs out. We had to fight with him a little bit. Choke was stuck on one of the carbs. We cut the throttle cables. We got replacement throttle cables, like we said. So we're gonna try and take the bowls off, get a little sneak peek inside. But from what it looks like, these carburetors are in terrible shape.
You can see what's sitting in here. I think there was a mouse nest inside of the air box. So we're gonna pop the bottoms off and pull all the hoses off. Not sure what that is.
We're gonna see what we can do. Yeah, I don't know what that is. If it's like something for enrichment or what.
I don't think it's for enrichment. I think it's I don't know. We'll pull it off and we'll do our research. So let's
we took one of the carburetors and we coated the inside of it with PB Blaster. So hopefully that'll help free up the slide. But if it doesn't, it's gonna go in the carb cleaner. Fully assembled. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, the screws came out easy. It's
a step in the right direction, I guess. Oh, here we go. And this is just the floats and the jets. We have a little bowl off to the side you guys can't see. I'm gonna pull the bowl right here. We've got all the little pieces, and we're just gonna put carb cleaner in this bowl.
You know what? I'm gonna say not as bad as I expected.
So it's just the upper part of the carburetor?
Yeah. I'm sure the jet is clogged.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of stuff. There's a little bit of stuff in here. You can see a little bit of corrosion. But it's all everything in here. So I'm gonna same thing, not as bad as I expected. A little bit of
schmutz, little corrosion.
Little corrosion.
Yep.
Nothing crazy. So that's a simple clean. Our main issue is going to be removing the plungers here and trying to get them out. But everything else seems to be in order. So we'll set the bowls off to the side. Oh, this has got to be some type of like heater or something for the carbs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that would be my assumption. You see it doesn't actually connect to anything on the carburetor, it just bolts to it.
Here you go.
So I'm going to say that it's a type of heater, something around those lines.
You guys look here. That float looks brand new. The needle, I don't see any corrosion on it at all. No dirt, no nothing. It looks like they rebuilt the carburetors and then parked the sled. Did you get it?
I got it to move.
Good stuff. You're so close. Can you see that on camera?
Oh,
yeah. I think my arm was in the way, but...
Woo! Woo! Hey, that's a win in my book. All right, I'll let Noodles show you the real carnage inside that carburetor.
Oh, is it bad?
It's pretty ugly.
Oh, that is top 5 worst carburetors I've ever seen. That's got to be from the mouse nest.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. All right, so this boy is gonna go in the dip here in a minute. Got to take the fuel line off of it. All right, so I'm just gonna drop this one right in the carb cleaner. I'm just gonna go in the chem dip right now, and we're gonna let the PB Blaster soak in on the other one. So we're gonna go off camera for a minute, get this one freed up, let them sit in the carb dip, and we'll come back to you guys in a few minutes. So there's definitely a rat's nest in there, mouse nest, squirrel nest, some sort of a vermin.
Something.
So
you can see all down here alongside the engine, there's more nests down in here. Obviously, you can tell just by looking around, it definitely saw some better days. Yeah, she's still freed up from when we popped it loose. We did a quick compression test when we pulled it in here. What was it, 70 psi?
It was like 60 or 70. It was terrible.
60 or 70 psi. So we know, I'm sure the rings are seized fast.
Actually, we'll show you that clip right now.
We're at 76.
So that's cooked.
It's only supposed to be at 120. It's fine. One more time. Yeah, she's at 75.
I knew that one was less.
Still not bad.
All right. So now that you saw the clip,
So I'm sure the rings are seized fast to the pistons, and you know, we're gonna go through and pull it apart, pull off our fan and all the covers,
pull out the air box.
pull out the air box. I want to get the motor done first. I want to get the motor apart first to know what we need, and then we'll worry about pulling the air box, because we also have to pull the tank off. The tank has water. So
Got our hands full. Here we go from there. Alright, as you guys saw in the time lapse, we pulled the top cover, pulled the side covers, pulled the intake, pulled the exhaust, and we pulled the fan. It's mostly 10s, 12s, 14s, and Phillips. Those are the only sizes I think we used.
Yep.
There might have been 13. No, it was 10, 12, 14, and Phillips. So we're going to pull the jugs now. Motor's freed up. It is moving.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that the
We obviously had a sneak peek at the bore already. It looks very clean.
it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
We might get away with rings.
I'm kind of hoping so.
Over this way?
You can see down in there. She is.
It still has the hatch marks and everything.
Yep.
Nice. I don't even know if we need to give it a quick on. We could, but
I might. There's a few little things that I see that are concerning, but not concerning enough to never use again. To at least get, so you could see where there was water. Well, not on this side. You can see where they were stuck. You see the different colors and stuff.
yeah.
So if we at least clean it up. All right. So this was this side.
You have a Sharpie?
I do.
I think there's one on this box over here. I had one.
I got one right here. King size. You know it's gonna fall right off as soon as we go to clean it. That's the whole gasket, okay.
It's a nifty little gasket, huh?
Yeah.
Arctic Cat. Almost as good as Polaris. Oh, did I say that?
Ugh. And nasty stuff in here. Gross.
Just in the vents, or
I mean, you could see there's, look at all the dirt, the stuff built up.
yeah.
So you're gonna have to give them all
You got
really good cleaning. Okay. Yeah, 'cause look down in there.
Yeah. What are we gonna do to clean the crank? It's not like it's a 4-stroke where we can drain the oil out of it.
I know. That is gross. Look at that. We might have to pull the whole motor. So you can see down in there, it is a lot of nasty dirt, gunk, grime, everything. This side is not so bad. You can see some Marvel Mystery Oil on the bottom from when we stuck it down the cylinders, but we're definitely gonna have to pull this motor. All right.
Alright, so we went through. We ended up pulling the motor out. Probably should have done that in the first place.
That's one nut.
Cool. Here's a washer. It's really not hard. Mostly what? A couple 13s. We took the bracket off on this side. We just took the whole bracket assembly off of the motor.
As you can see on, yeah, it's only on this one here where it's got the stud sticking out. The rest have bolts going in. So that was the one that was hanging us up, which is fine. We got it.
15 on this side. There's also a bolt on the bottom that goes through right here. So I think we're gonna vacuum this out, clean out the carburetors, and I think that's gonna be it for this week.
I think we'll just, well, let's vacuum it out first. We'll go from there.
Got the airbox out. Kind of pain in the butt.
It wasn't that bad. It was more of the nut certs in here were spinning around.
You can't see them.
Well, the nut certs for here were spinning around, and
oh my goodness!
Well,
found the rat's nest.
They
effed that thing up, dude.
You know, they ate everything but the kitchen sink.
I think they ate half the kitchen sink.
Oh, only one thing to do. Get the sucker.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. Shot back. Man's best friend.
So, Stitch just went and he got this nifty little battery-powered pump here. And we stuck it in the gas tank. And we pulled some crap out. Tank's empty now. But
for the most part.
This is what we pulled out of the tank.
So you can see in this one here, water on the bottom, you got the fuel on the top. And then we took another, because what water was in the tank was frozen, we took another 3 gallons of hot water with some salt to dissolve the ice and pulled all that out. The tank is nowhere near clean, we still have to pull it off, but we wanted to get out what we could while we could.
Yeah. Alright, so if we just do a quick recap of this week's video. We went through, got the heads, or actually we got the jugs, the heads, everything, all right here on the bench, along with some of the engine covers. We have both carburetors in the dip tank. Got the engine sitting right here, pulled the engine out. We went through, we vacuumed up inside the engine bay. Got the exhaust sitting just propped up out of the way on top of the garbage can right now. We emptied out the fuel tank.
The best of our abilities.
Yeah, the best of our abilities. And we got this thing pretty much tore down so that we have a better idea of the parts that need to be ordered and what the next move is going to be with this thing. If you guys like this kind of content, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date. And,
see you next time.